Kanazawa. Ride, Daddy, ride. Get 'em, man.
KCBQ FM and AM. We're live at the Mission Valley Marriott. It is the big KCBQ reunion. Legends coming out the doors all around here, and one of the biggest legends in the market is with me right now. 42 years in the market. You're not 42 years old, are you, Don Howard?
That's my waist measurement.
Oh, I see. I got that part wrong. Now we worked together for 5-6 years.
Yeah, we did over at Kogo.
And yeah, those call letters, I guess, are gone.
They're gone. Well, you know, one of the former KCBQ people took that up to Oxnard when he bought a radio station up there.
That's right, Charlie
Charlie took that name up there, yeah.
And I guess they still reside up there.
Well, he's here today looking as young and as full of verve as ever.
Oh, I think we all are.
Oh, yes, we are.
Except for Bill Moffat. He looks...
Bill Moffat, he's been old since the day he was born.
Now, you were first at KCBQ when, Don?
I joined KCBQ with the original group in 1955. There was Happy Hare and Ralph James and Jack Vincent, and there was Jim O'Leary and myself. And we started December 1st, 1955. And it was the number 7 rated station. It had been a CBS outlet. And within a couple of months, we made it number 1 and stayed there.
For a long, long time.
Long time, yeah. We had a good time. I started in the afternoon, and Happy Hare followed me. As a matter of fact, he was Harry Martin, and one day he walked in the studio, and I said, "Here comes Happy Hare, the bouncing bunny." And he said...
And look who's here.
I said, "Well, hi there." And as a matter of fact, I didn't know who I was at the time. I had not known I was Happy Hare until he told me. So for the first 2 years, I said, "Hi there," before I put the rest of it together.
And anyway, that's how he got named Happy Hare, and we worked together over there for a lot of years until he made it in the big time, of course, and he went to Cleveland.
Well, he had to do time in Cleveland. He came back to San Diego.
I got to tell you something right here. This guy is the best. Inside, we call him a straight jock. But he's the best straight jock I ever heard, and I kept trying to get him to go to all these places I went. He would not leave this city.
He'd call me, and he'd say, "You want to come to Cleveland?" And my wife would say, "Where's Cleveland?"
and then when I went to a bigger market, Detroit, I said, "Do you want to come to Detroit?" And just about that time, the town blew up.
And you came home.
And I came home, yeah.
Well, you got another guy by the same name. You got a guy by the name of Specs Howard.
Yes, I do, and he was on with me this morning.
That's right.
But Don, no, he just called in, and I did 7 years with him. But I just want to get back to you, Donald. I just stuck around here long enough to say this guy is the best, and you're going to enjoy this hour with him. But we would be remiss if you didn't say,
"Hello, Fizzers, how you was?"
Say, this is... No, do the whole thing.
I don't remember.
Say, this is DH with songs... What is it?
No, thank you, Artie Wade and the Skylarks. Artie Wade and the Skylarks. What did I say, Lanny? I can't even remember.
Songs with the top of the Decca.
Yeah, and a star named K and all that.
Yeah.
Well, it is truly a delight to have you here, Don. I know I speak for all the guys who worked with you at Kogo. You're one of the nicest guys in the business, and certainly one of the biggest people ever to work at KCBQ. And we've got...
I gained weight.
Yeah, that's right. I think we all did. We've got somebody standing by on the phone, I believe, that wants to say hi to you, Don.
Okay, I'd love to.
Hi, Don.
Hi.
This is Sam talking to you on KCBQ.
You're up in Escondido.
Right.
I got a nice letter from you the other day, Sam.
You did.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time since telephone calls.
Sam was an old bowling buddy years ago. We met at the old University Lanes, and she used to listen to KCBQ, and she was a lot of fun and a very steady listener. We're very happy that you're out there today, and I want to tell you should be in here because the thrills are a mile a minute.
Oh, it sounds like a wonderful time, and I wish we could all be there.
I wish we were all as young as we were when I first met you.
Oh, I do, too. And everybody's going so much older, and they're all listening to you.
That's all on the top of the head, but not in the heart. Everybody's young at heart here.
Yes, absolutely.
And we promise to stay immature forever.
Well...
Ken, you know, I've noticed something about you. Your voice is deeper.
Mine?
My hair went away.
Oh, is that... Did you listen to Ken Copper much, Sam?
Who, me?
Yeah, do you listen to Ken Copper on KCBQ?
No, I don't listen much anymore.
Oh, well, you know.
Sam, the check is in the mail.
But thanks for calling.
Did you really bowl with Don?
Yes. A little bit. He'll have to tell you about that.
Okay.
Those are wonderful times.
Yes, thank you, Sam, for calling. We appreciate it.
Well, we'll all listen with much love.
Okay, dear. Thank you. We love you, too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sam. 570-1053 is the number if you'd like to talk to Don or any of the other guys that are around here today. The reunion continues. The KCBQ FM and AM reunion from the Mission Valley Marriott in Mission Valley. Come on down. Really, it's starting to really happen. And, of course, the sock hop tonight at 8. It's all free on KCBQ FM and AM.
The giant Pearson Ford says you'd better get ready.
That's what we mean when we say you get your money's worth and a whole lot more.
This is the happy station they're talking about across the nation. So get set, get ready to go. Do you ever love it?
KCBQ with vintage rock and roll of the 50s and 60s on KCBQ AM 1170.
Time rock and roll from the 50s and 60s. CJ Brown's Rock and Roll Radio Show. I'm CJ.
And legendary oldies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s on KCBQ FM 105.3.
Your oldies station, KCBQ FM 105.3 with another 4 oldies back to back. This is Ken Copper. Just heard the Rolling Stones and the Grassroots. And we've got coming up, we got Carole King, Little Anthony and the Imperials, and lots more.
But today we're having a party, a reunion of some of the best DJs this town has ever enjoyed. It's the KCBQ Reunion, live from the Mission Valley Marriott. It's free, and you're invited to come on down and party with us. AM 1170, FM 105.3, KCBQ.
I'm telling you, this is some kind of record. KCBQ FM and AM, the reunion at the Mission Valley Marriott. I'm Ken Copper. Don Howard is here. Don, I don't think... now, this thing started at 6 this morning.
And you've been on the air how long?
Since 9.
Yes.
No cops. No one's face down in the cheese dip.
You haven't been out in the parking lot.
Oh, that explains it.
I've decided that I have the Seratan booth here. And also, I'm making application for the Grecian formula because I think I'll make a lot of money with all the guys whose hair has changed over the years.
Yeah, we're not naming any names.
No. I still think your voice is deeper.
Well, I had that injection in
Is that what
Europe.
it was?
Yes, it was.
I see.
It's a long story. But anyway, we've got I guess some old jingles of yours and some Gary Allen.
Didn't you say there was a phone?
Oh, that's right. I knew we had something coming up here. We got somebody on the phone wants to say hi to you.
Hello. Good morning.
Well, hi there, Don.
Hi there.
Do you know who this is?
Yes, I never forget my own producer's voice, Denise Wright. Produces my morning show every morning.
Well, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to you, and some of those stories that you have told me about are really true and really real.
Yes, they are.
And I'm enjoying what I'm hearing, but I would like to say one thing. I'd like to say that working with Don is wonderful. He is a great individual.
And he promised you a weekend where?
Well, actually, he paid me. No,
I was going to say Earth to Denise, but I won't do that.
No.
I won't.
No, I just wanted to say hello, and
thank you, sweetie.
It's been wonderful.
We appreciate it.
Love you, Don.
I love you, honey.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for calling. 570-1053, the number if you'd like to talk to Don Howard. Gary Allen's still here
Gary's
with us.
here.
Gary's hanging around here. He's got...
Gary and I worked together at one time.
That's what I was going to ask you.
Yeah,
it was another station in town.
Yeah, another station. He was nice enough to put up with me when I did a thing called the Golden Era of the Big Bands every Sunday morning, which led me back to being on the air as a jockey again, because I got off in 1970, if you'll remember, and I was in the sales department over there when you and I, a lot of the time when you and I were together.
Don was an old groupie with Winging Manone.
Listen, I was at the original Paul Whiteman recording session. Are you kidding? I was telling a story today on the air that we were talking about the first talkie movie with Al Jolson.
Do you want to tell us about it again?
My mother took me to see it. I surely would. Didn't I do that once before?
Yeah.
I have jumping senility, so you have to put up with it.
That comes with the territory here on this one. We've got... you look on the list of songs now here. Now, most of these songs now, they should have been from your era.
Well, some of them were. Some of them were. Theme from a Summer Place was there. Duke of Earl, of course.
Yeah, that was 62, I know for sure.
Yeah.
1962.
But I was never really, I got to be honest with you, I was never really in my heart a rock and roll disc jockey. And I'll never forget the first week I worked at KCBQ. I had come from a station across town where I'd been a jazz disc jockey and I'd been taking requests, and I considered myself very ethical as far as business was concerned. I had immaculate taste, and I was not going to prostitute that taste.
Godless rock and roll.
That's right.
I went through that once. We were on the second all-album station in the United States. It was in Miami, Florida. And number 2 was on our multiplex unit. And we were played jazz. And I thought I was going to be above. That was my third radio radio gig, I think. I said, now I'm with the hip crowd. And then am I really going to sell out and go back to rock and roll? And then you said, well, it's nice to stand up for jazz at that point and be wonderful, but you're starving to death. So then, then logic and hunger overcame my thinking, and I decided to get back into the other end of it.
I became hysterical. This really happened. You asked Lee Bartell. Lee Bartell walked back in the booth. I've been working there for about 2 or 3 weeks, and back in the old days, you did your own thing. I mean, you constructed your own music pattern. You built your show. If you had 4 hours, you did what you wanted to do in 4 hours. So here I was, under restrictions of format radio, and I was playing rock and roll, and I hated it. And I'd been there about 2 weeks, and Lee Bartell walked into the booth. And I jumped up in my booth, and I screamed at the top of my lungs, I can't take this anymore. I really did. And I'm yelling at his face, saying, you're never going to get an audience in this town. Nobody's going to listen to a radio station like this with a format and all this rotten music. It'll never work.
And Lee said, no, even the Pope has a bad audience now and then.
And he says, listen, settle down, son. He says, settle down. Everything's going to work out all right. And it did.
Yeah, and after when you saw what happened with the ratings, then did you like rock and roll a little better?
No.
So maybe we'll let Don introduce Theme from a Summer Place.
No, that's all right.
Do we have a big band here?
We don't. There you go. Go ahead, Don.
All right. Percy Faith and the orchestra. Listen now. The enchanting strains of Theme from a Summer Place on KCBQ.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is George Burns. KCBQ. What a great radio station. Why, I remember when it first went on the air. The Dead Sea was only sick, and I was 5 years old.
I'll tell you about a place somewhere up a New York way. When will I be loved?
Your oldies stations, 105.3 and 1170 AM. KCBQ FM, the legendary KCBQ, AM and FM. Don Howard and Gary Allen here with me now.
12:34. We're still here.
I'm still standing. But I just wanted to...
Who do we see about that? We have to stand up on this deal.
I know it. I haven't stood up like this since I had a problem.
I haven't either.
I've been stood up a lot of times.
I just wanted to take this seriously opportunity for a moment to thank Tom Baker and all the staff, all the management over there, and all the owners and everybody else for allowing me from KGB K-Pop to come over and be here over here on KCBQ.
I wanted to thank my management, my wife,
You're right.
Sophia, for letting
and I want to give one little
to
plug, too. What time are you on the air?
What time am I on
where,
today?
And where are you on?
Today?
You're everywhere.
I was on earlier. You see,
you're syndicated and all that stuff.
Oh, that's true. I have this little program tidbits that I put on around the country here.
Well, I have just one place, and I'm on the air every morning from 5:30 to 10 on K-Pop, so I just want to say that. And thanks to you.
Oh, you didn't get the memo, huh, Don?
Am I fired now?
Yeah, they sent it over here. They thought it'd be a nice surprise.
Oh, good.
But, Gary, we've got somebody from, I think, the Little People's Club.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We got a midget here on the phone?
Yeah, Gary Allen.
Yeah.
You're responsible for me being in San Diego, and I got to tell you, by the way, before I get any further, did you finally reupholster that wine-colored, velvet-covered couch?
Yeah, it got a little faded, and I had a couple of girls work on that right before, somewhere around the late 60s, and they did reupholster it, and I have it now. It's encased in glass. And we're going to send it to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame one of these years.
Well, it belongs there, and it's about time it got reupholstered. Gary, this is Lenny Mitchell. How you doing?
Oh, it's Leonard. Aren't you going to be on here, man? You're coming.
Yeah, I'll be on later tonight. If Rich Brother Robin allows time enough, I should be on with Bill Moffitt a little later on tonight.
Well, we'll see if we can throw a gag in Rich Brother's mouth long enough and get you to squeeze a word in there.
That might be hard to do. Ken, I got to tell you, Gary hired me back in 1969.
Yeah.
A year after I got married.
Yeah, and he was just saying he's been sick about it for years.
Yeah, I understand that, and he's the reason I'm in San Diego. So, Gary, I got you to blame for all of this.
No, you're doing good, man.
Okay, thanks. I'll see you tonight, hopefully, at the Hop and everything else. Ken, you're sounding great, and the excitement is really building in the air. I can't wait to be there.
Thank you, Lenny.
Okay, talk to you later.
There's a guy that never stops being a groupie. I never met a guy that's more enthusiastic about radio, and that's the way you got to be in this business. You got to love it, and I don't know anybody in all my years that loves this business more than this fella there.
Once the bug bites you, you never get rid of it.
That's right. You never want a real job again.
No, that's right. It's the closest thing to not working I've been able to find.
That's true.
So far.
Yeah, right. Except standing up to do this.
Yeah.
But rock and roll disc jockeys do that.
Not for long.
Well, old disc jockeys never die. They just seg away, as somebody told me.
boo on that.
Let's fade into news.
Friendly, helpful attitudes. A sincere wish to help.
We're thrilled to be on our way. We've got a lot of places to go home. So come on, let's set a rapid pace. We're gonna have some fun with the human race, and we'll never get away from KCBQ. Teen Angel, Teen Angel.
Your oldies stations, KCBQ FM and AM, broadcasting together today for the big reunion. 35 years of disc jockeys. I mean, you can't get them all in one room, Don Howard.
I'm going to ask you a trivia question.
Okay.
What was KCBQ's original call signal, and what year did it go on the air?
Duh. I have no idea. But I think it went on the air, what, 48, 49?
Went on the air in 1947 as KSDJ.
And then why did they change it?
Because a dentist, and I can't remember his name, and the original station was down on 5th and Ash in the old building, the KFMB television studios, and radio occupied for so many years. And then this dentist bought it and moved it out to the Lafayette Hotel, Imig Manor, out on Elkhorn Boulevard. That's where I joined him in 1955, were all the guys when we started our new format. And he changed the name. He tried to get KCBS, but San Francisco had beat him to it by a couple of months. So he took the next best thing, and he took KCBQ, which, of course, has become immortalized now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Q format, and, so many stations actually changing their call letters to incorporate Q. And
you know what would be fun? I hope you're recording all this today because of all the history that's in this room, and it would be nice to get these guys just around a round table sometime, get all the jocks from all the various eras.
What we need is Paul Harvey here to say, and that, friends, is the rest of the story.
The rest of the story. No, if you told the rest of the story, this place would be a garage. You couldn't finish that.
They're coming out of the woodwork here. Ted Tillotson, who was newsman at KCBQ. When were you there, Ted?
I was at KCBQ in 71, 72.
Listen to that. Listen to that voice.
Era.
There's elocution.
Look at that hair.
Yes, thanks. I heard you talking this morning to someone who went way back to 1955.
Oh, yeah.
And another younger person came in and talked to you regarding another station that you and I worked together on. And he said, can I mention the call? And you said something like, yeah. And he came back and said, I think it's a convenience market in Seattle someplace now.
No, it's actually in Pittsburgh. We're talking about the old Kogo, and there are convenience stores back there. There's C-O-G-O, and they call them Kogo stores. Yeah.
Oh,
that's what happened to it.
And that's where we're all booked next week.
Right.
No, it went up to coast to Oxnard. It went up to coast.
Well, something happened during the time I was there that changed news broadcasting. See, I never wanted to be a newsman. I always wanted to be a jock like you guys and be a personality. And with the Buzz Bennett era, he walked into the newsroom one afternoon. I'm in there doing the news with the 2020 news, and I was going under the name Ted Taylor. And all of a sudden, he says, in his own voice, he's not here yet, and he said, hey, man, look, what I need you to do, is kind of, during the break, just before you go to the weather, man, I want you to give away a trucking T-shirt and a couple albums, man. So I did. I came out of the news, went into the Q environment, San Diego environment, and I gave away a trucking T-shirt and a couple of albums, and during the newscast, we got 47 calls. And he would come in before I wrapped it up and give me the list of the winners, and I'd announce it. Now, the news director at the time lost all his hair that day. That was the end of that. And it was an era that started personality news working with the jocks, and it was great.
Sort of a news jock. Sort of
but Ted's going to be on later. He's got newscasts you're going to be doing?
Yeah, I did 3 of them, recorded them for you last week.
And then tonight he's going to do his news hop.
Of course, yeah. The limbo news.
How giving away wire copy.
I understand we've got, do we have another phone call standing by? Somebody told me we had a phone call. Let's just check and see if we do here.
Hi, fellas.
Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Sharon.
Hi, Sharon.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I'm really enjoying your broadcast today. I've been a KCBQ fan from way back. And I'd like to know, is Gary Allen still there?
I'm still here.
Oh, good.
They propped me up on a box, and I can just barely reach the microphone, but I'm here.
Well, I'm glad you're still there. I have a question for you. I'd like to know, do you remember Lord Timothy Hudson?
Yes, we were talking about him this morning, and nobody seems to know where Lord Tim went. He joined, I think, with some groups, English groups. He used to promote a lot of groups. In fact, Lord Tim, strangely, before he came to work for us back in '65, he used to produce the Moody Blues. Before they became quite so big. In fact, he stopped producing them about the time they hit it big, which was a shame. But I understood he had gone back to producing records and was in the Los Angeles area, and then from then on, I did lose track of him. So I don't know where he is.
I think that lady's got her phone close to the video.
That could be it. Thanks for calling.
I hope we tried to answer a question there. There we go.
I heard the last time I heard from Lord Tim, he was engaged to Dean Martin's daughter, and Dean Martin found out about it.
I thought you were going to say Dean Martin.
I thought he was going to say Tiny Tim.
No, and I don't think anybody heard of Lord Tim after that is what happened.
Okay, we're at the reunion. Of course, if you want to come on out, it's the Mission Valley Marriott. We're going to be broadcasting here until 8 tonight. Then the Big Hop, that starts at 8. KCBQ FM and AM will be back in just a minute.
Here's the news you've been waiting for.
Looking to stock up on the items you use most?
City Chevrolet.
Thursday, March 1st, 1962. She's the new ship in town, and now the guided missile frigate Kuntz has received a huge honor. The Missile E for efficiency during recent exercises off the San Diego coast. During the exercise, the Kuntz fired at 2 target drones and scored hits on both. The ship is wrapping up her first cruise with the 7th Fleet and will be returning to San Diego after a quick stop in Australia. Are narcotics traveling through San Diego on their way to the City of Angels? Police say most certainly. $100,000 worth of illegal drugs found in a hollowed-out wood block as George Davis of Los Angeles was crossing into the United States at San Ysidro. He was promptly arrested, bail set at $20,000. Police say smugglers are becoming more and more creative. San Diego environment, a chance of sprinkles tonight with snow levels down around 5,000 feet. That's Q Information. I'm Jim Buckaloo.
Thank you, Dr. Jim. Dr. Jim Buckaloo over at San Diego State now. He was a newsman for many years.
Oh, sure.
This radio station. KCBQ FM and AM is who we are, and we're reunioning up a storm here. We've got disc jockeys lined up out in the hallway. Don Howard and Gary Allen are with me this hour.
You know who's coming on next, though, don't you? Isn't it? There's this guy here, isn't he?
The only guy that brought his own pictures.
Yeah, he brought it. They're 50 cents a piece, he told me. I don't know.
With the wrong call letters on it.
Does that signify something? My sign keeps falling.
I've noticed that, Don. Mine's misspelled.
I've been trying to practice that. I can't.
Can you do that?
You do it? Well, it was better than mine.
I don't know. Well, maybe we'll take a
You remember, Shotgun used to come down there when we were at 7th and Ash down there with a showcase studio before we moved out there to San.
He was a little fat boy
at the Mission Gorge Playhouse out there, and and that's what we used to call it. And Shotgun would stand down there and he'd look up. You know, he was probably 15, 14, something.
He was
I don't know.
that when he saw that.
Yes. Well, of course he would be. You know, yeah.
Everyone is, Don.
But they talk when I mentioned Lenny Mitchell being really enthusiastic about what he does. This guy, Shotgun Tom, does he love what he does or not?
Bet.
And it really shows. He's terrific.
And he's coming in very shortly, right?
Yeah, he should be. In fact, he's due in here right now. And wouldn't you know, he's late.
With another armload of pictures.
Yeah, and hats, too. We'll be giving away free hats if you want to come down for that.
And pictures of him with Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, and if you don't believe that, ask him. He'll have those out in the car.
And Jerry Lewis, rather. He'll have them.
But sincerely, you guys, thank you very much for coming by. And we appreciate the fact you're going to be around for, I hope, a good while longer.
Okay.
We'll be back here tonight.
I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Well, so come on down. Don Howard, Gary Allen,
Thank you,
here
Ken.
for
Thank
the
everybody
reunion.
at the station for having us because, everybody's a kind of part of history, but we just happen to have one of those seats that got a part of it, and you got to be at the right place at the right time. This was certainly one of the right places, but we had a time of our life. Thank you again.
Thanks, Ken.
Thank you for making the KCBQ what it is. KCBQ FM and AM.
Oh, it isn't very pretty what a town without pity can do. .3 FM, 1170 AM. Hi, this is Dino at KCBQ San Diego. We're going to be here with Shotgun Tom Kelly in just a little bit. It's the radio reunion everybody's talking about on KCBQ.
105.3 FM, 1170 AM, KCBQ. Dino here with Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Yeah, baby, what's happening? It is great to be here at this reunion. Long overdue.
Isn't this the most spectacular thing you've ever seen?
Man, it is fantastic. See so many old friends. I mean, I got to tell you, Don Howard, we got Happy Hair, we got just an absolute cast of thousands. And here is the man of the hour, the guy who I used to listen to. Listen, I grew up here in San Diego. I think a lot of people realize that I grew up here in San Diego, went to school here, had a paper out. That's the only other job I really had, is delivering papers, man.
And mine's still not on time, by the way.
And whenever, by the way, they don't have paper boys anymore, I understand.
Yeah, they have guys in cars.
In cars.
Yeah.
Well, I ran around on my bicycle delivering the morning paper, and you know who I used to listen to on KCBQ as I delivered that morning paper? I'm talking about the one, the only, Jack Vincent right here, man.
Hello, Shotgun Tom.
All right, baby. Yeah.
The good old days, Shotgun.
You better believe it. And this is the man who, used to say, as we bounce right back, and I used to throw those papers, used to fold them and throw them. As a matter of fact, I heard Jack this morning play Gail Garnett, We'll Sing in the Sunshine, man. That was one of the things he used to play, when I used to fold those papers and deliver them, man. It was fantastic,
a lot of guys who come through KCBQ have, either moved on to other towns and stuff like that. But Shotgun Tom, you've been, there's no such thing as a low-profile Shotgun Tom Kelly.
I'm here, baby.
Yeah, you've been here the whole time.
Doing my radio show on KFMB from the T-Bird Diner, by the way.
Oh, the T-Bird Diner.
Yeah, you did it for a couple of years at the Corvette Diner, and then David Cohen decided that he wanted to add a new restaurant to his chain, and he did that up in Escondido, the T-Bird Diner, there every Saturday and Sunday night. But anyway, Jack. Oh, this is the man. This is the man, the all-night show, the man who looks like Clark Gable, ladies and gentlemen.
Come on.
Yeah, he does,
That's your big deal, man. Everybody says you look like Clark Gable, and it's true.
Yeah, but I'm still alive.
Baby.
I hope.
Yeah, that's right, man. So why don't you do a few, I haven't heard enough of the, as we bounce right back. They had a show called Caliente Calling, and Jack used to report the horse races.
Wow.
Oh,
so why don't you do something? How was the intro? This is Jack Vincent as we bounce right back on KCBQ. Coming up, it's Caliente Calling. So why don't you do something like that? Let's hear it.
This is Jack Vincent bouncing right back on KCBQ. Why don't you do something like Caliente Calling?
Yeah. Man, what did they bought time and actually you provided horse results?
You got it. That's what we did.
Just kind of horsing around.
All right.
But anyway, this guy is tremendous, and of course Don Howard and all the other hit paraders on KCBQ.
Well, that's what we're doing here all day today. Is we're bringing back memories from everybody. Everybody's going to be dropping down here. Of course, we should tell everybody we're at the Mission Valley Marriott, which is the if you're on Interstate 8, it's the Texas Street or Stadium Way exit off of there. You can get it on Friars Road from Stadium Way. It's the tallest building in the neighborhood, so just stop on in. We're in the ballroom. So just stop in
Just under
here.
the Jack Schrade Bridge, man, which is 805 if it spans over 8. And by the way, we've got a couple of guys who are really hungry. So if anybody wants to bring some food down here,
please bring.
I'm talking about. They need some pizza, they need some tacos, whatever you want to bring down. You bring it down. We'll give you a plug on the air, man. If you own the restaurant, man, bring it down because we got Art Volo here, and we got George Junak, California Aircheck, and Art Volo. They're doing this, and they're hungry, man.
That's right. We need food and girls. We'll just bring them all by. Hey, listen, we're going to get back to this reunion right after this on KCBQ.
Mustangs or money. And this week, be sure and see some of our Mustangs and register for Mustangs or Money at City Delicatessen and Bakery. They're at University and 6th in Hillcrest.
Shotgun Tom.
Absolutely, baby. All right, as you get behind it, we got the good old good ones for you right here on the Shotgun Tom Show as we whip out the good old good ones on KCBQ. You're listening to the KCBQ Legend Reunion Show with Shotgun Tom. Here's Spooky Classics 4, baby.
In the cool of the evening when everything is getting kind of groovy, love is kind of
KCBQ, and this is definitely the reunion with Shotgun Tom Kelly. Man, I'm feeling so good being here at the Marriott. That's where we are located, and you are cordially invited to come on down, man, and enjoy yourself because we are having a ball. As a matter of fact, standing right next to me is Rich, Brother Robin. Rich, how you doing,
Hey,
man?
baby, how you doing? You're sounding fine.
Well,
Sounding
thank you,
very
baby.
Fine.
Yeah, we're trying to wake up San Diego here, trying to light up, because when we were there in the 70s, man, we used to light them up and smoke them.
We used to just smoke.
And I'm not talking about dope either, baby.
That's right. The only dope around here today is me.
Yeah. Oh, no. And remember, only dopes do dope. You know what I mean?
You got it.
There you go. Hey, listen, we got a couple of people on the telephone.
We do.
Here. Yeah,
All
we got
right.
some phone calls here. Rich, you may want to put on your headphones. You want to get in on these phone calls here?
Come on.
Okay. Hi, who's this on the telephone here?
Hello.
Hi there.
Hello, who's this on my telephone, baby?
Hello, this is Clark Novak calling.
Hey, Clark, what's happening, man?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Just sitting up here doing my shift and listening to you guys while I'm doing it.
You're on the airwaves, too.
Yeah, I'm out here doing the midday shift at the North County station.
Yeah, what station's that?
Can I say the calls?
Yeah,
Why
go
not?
ahead, yeah.
KKOS.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I used to have an illegal broadcast station called KOS.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, man. We broadcast all over the airwaves here. We had 25 watts.
Nothing right up the basic light bulb, eh?
That's right, man.
There you go. Well, hey, I'm just calling to let you guys know it's mostly due to you that I'm on the air these days.
Is that right?
Yeah, I grew up listening to you guys.
All right.
Just fantastic to hear all your voices again. I mean, you, Shotgun, and Gary Allen, and Rich Brother, and Ron.
Yeah, Rich is here right now, man.
Yeah, so it's due to you, and listening to you guys on the Q when I was a kid and growing up in high school and everything that really got me into radio.
How about that, Rich?
That's real nice.
I got you to thank, and I hope you're darn
What did
proud
you
of
want?
Rich wants that on what you want, baby.
As a matter of fact, Shotgun, you're the guy I learned how to milk quarter hours from. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait a minute. Inside radio talk.
That's right.
There, yeah.
You know,
Oh, sorry.
well, here, I'll get you some more inside radio.
Okay.
Rich and I were talking last night. Buzz Bennett, who, by the way, should be here, is not here. But Buzz Bennett had some innovative things in radio that we did back in those days when you were listening, like KCBQ plays less commercials.
Yeah.
We took regular people off the street, and that's what they said. KCBQ plays less commercials. We had the Fill It In and Win contest where, people...
30 cars in 30 days.
Yeah,
Call me your choice.
Yeah. And there's a company that rates radio stations called Arbitron, and in those days, they used to send out what they call diaries, man. And so we would send out these things, and we
just like
it
diaries.
looked just like them, man. And we say, hey, fill it in and
I
win.
just saw Matt, the president of this company that now owns the station. He said we could give 30 cars away in the next 30 days.
Is that right?
How about 30 cars in the next 30 minutes? I think,
He's standing out there in the lobby going,
Hey, how about when we gave away a house, man, in Rancho Penasquitos,
That wasn't the
KCBQ.
use of a house. That was the house.
We gave away a house, a track home, man, and boy, I tell you, the advertising was traded out there for years on that one. Also, let me tell you something else we did. The KCBQ keeps on trucking days. We gave away a Mercedes-Benz, the Janis Joplin.
That was and we gave away the color TV and the night on the town, too.
That's right, man.
There you go.
And so many innovative things that this guy, Buzz Bennett, that you've heard a lot about, folks. You heard him on the air with promos, and Ted Tillotson did a great Buzz Bennett. Did you hear Ted's Buzz Bennett, man?
I got that.
That was great.
Hey, listen, Clark, thanks for giving us a call here.
Hey, thank you guys for being there.
Okay.
Thank you, Clark.
Thank you, Clark. Anyway, we're here on the radio at the KCBQ reunion. We got another phone call we're going to try to get on the radio here.
All right.
Hello there.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going wonderful, man. Who is this on my telephone?
Hey, Shotgun, I think you know who I am.
I do.
Yeah, I think you do. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I played a song for you a couple of days ago.
You did?
Yeah, a little long, cool woman in a black dress, and I told you that I remembered listening to you in the afternoons in the early 70s when I was going to school in Poway as a junior high schooler.
That's right, man.
You know who I am, man?
Yes, I know who you are now. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I used to play that quite often. So did Rich Brother Robin here, man.
Yeah, now it's so coincidental that I'm working. Another guy that's looking to, loves the radio.
Now, how old were you then?
At that time, I was 12 years old.
Are you
Next
ready?
guy that calls up and talks about being less than a teenager in the 70s is going to get a broken neck.
No, I'll tell you what.
Okay, who is this?
My name is Art. I'm from Poway, and I follow Shotgun at the T-Bird on Saturday night.
That's right.
We'll read your obituary in tomorrow's Union.
Art's doing a good job up there, the T-Bird. He really is.
Great, Art. Hey, thanks for calling, Art.
Hey, thank you guys for all the years. It's been fantastic.
All right.
Bye now.
See you later. All right, hey, now listen. This is a song that always for lovers, baby. I'm talking about if you had a lady and you wanted to romance this lady in a very special way.
Talk to me, Shotgun.
This song really helped you out, ladies and gentlemen,
Make
boys
'em
and
moan.
girls.
Make 'em
The
moan.
Delphonics and La La means I love you on KCBQ.
Many guys have come to you.
Yes. KFMB and La La means
wait,
I did it.
Okay, turn his microphone off. Turn his microphone. Okay, it's 105.3 FM, 1170 AM, KCBQ, AM and FM. That's where we are right now. Now you can turn his microphone back on.
I've never done that before, man. That's the first time I've ever done that. See?
He's, never done that before today.
Oh, man, I'm
we're all embarrassed for you,
I know.
Tom.
KCBQ, I was supposed to say, man.
I mean, this is the place that made you a legend.
It did. But, you know,
someone's mind. I don't know. But anyway, it made you a legend.
Well,
anyway, hey, listen, we're on telephone with somebody else here.
Okay,
Hi.
all right.
Hi, who's this?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how you doing, Shotgun?
Hey, I'm doing all right. What's going on?
Oh, fine. Now, this is a guy who grew up with you, and now my son is growing up with you.
Oh, watching
I'll tell you what. I grew up with you, and when you did the Zap It and the streak thing where you took in a naked photo session.
No, man, I never did that.
No, you did a promotion.
Oh, I did. Oh, yeah, the promotion.
The Burt Reynolds rug bit.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
and then you did the Words of Poppin'.
That's right.
When I was in the Air Force. And
over at Channel 10.
Is.
Over at Channel 10, and now I'm doing the KUSI Kids Club.
Right.
That's where your son watches, right?
Right. This is Big D and Little D.
He's a big Ninja Turtle fan, right?
That's right.
Well, you ought to bring him down, man. I'll put him on the TV show. What do you think of that?
Oh, well, we've been on the TV show.
Well, yeah, let's do it again, though.
Okay, Tom.
All right, man.
Bye-bye now.
All right, thanks for calling.
Thanks for giving us the call this afternoon. We're on the radio here with Shotgun Tom Kelly, of course. You know him. This is Dino. And we're doing the reunion thing here at the Mission Valley Marriott. We'd love to see you guys out here. We got more coming up.
Friendly, helpful attitudes. A sincere wish to help.
KCBQ. All right, now we're going to sit on the dock of the bay. Otis Redding, I think it's okay. Right here with Shotgun on KCBQ. Do Wackadoo.
Sitting in the morning sun.
Oh, yes, indeed. KCBQ with Shotgun Tom Kelly just dropped in, baby, to see how the reunion.
Yeah, oh yeah, what condition my condition was in. Yeah, oh yeah.
KCBQ. And, of course, Kenny Rogers, first edition, just dropped in to see what condition we're in, baby. We're in real good condition right here as we do the reunion from the Marriott in Mission Valley, babe.
Having us a great time at 105.3 FM at 1170 AM. Dino's here with Shotgun Tom Kelly.
Hey,
we're on the telephone with who now? Who is this? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, who's this?
Hi, this is Lydia.
How you doing, Lydia?
Fine, I'm doing great. I'm enjoying your show very much.
Oh, thank you, darling.
I had to call you and talk to you, Shotgun.
Yes, baby.
Because I used to listen to you 16, 17 years ago.
Oh.
And now my kids love you on KUSI Kids Club. They watch you every day.
Oh, that's great.
But I wanted to share, I've been hearing all these experiences, and I wanted to share an experience with you.
Oh, please do.
Well, like I said, 16, 17 years ago, the station was giving away $1,000 to the 100th caller. I've never heard them go that high, but they went to the 100th caller. My sister and I were sitting around, and she dialed all night long, and this was back when they had the rotary dials. And she worked on it all night, and she ended up being the 100th caller. She won the $1,000, and she went on to take my cousins and a bunch of people out to lunch a few times. That's when $1,000 went a lot further.
That's true. That's true.
And she went, and I wanted to tell you, she went and bought herself a guitar down at Therrell's and bought her a self-taught book. and she writes her own music and sings her own songs now because of that. And I wanted to share that with you.
That's a great story because of the sharing that she did with her prize money from KCBQ.
Yes, like I said, that's when $1,000 went further, but she did a lot with the money, and we were just so excited, and I just had to tell you about it and talk to you about it.
As our spiritual leader, Buzz Bennett, would say, well, man, that's good karma, man. Yeah, that's really nice.
I just love your show today, though. It's just fantastic listening to everybody.
Well, thank you, Lydia, for calling.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. You too.
Hey, listen, Chuck, and a lot of people see you on television now that if they didn't grow up here, and weren't all part of this whole experience, they probably are asking themselves, where did the hat come from? Where did Shotgun Tom get the signature hat that you're wearing right now?
Well, I got to tell you something. First of all, I used to love to go camping with my folks, and the Rangers at the Forest Ranger was always your friend. He always had an answer for whatever you wanted to ask him, and so that the block of the hat was I always was fascinated with that. So when I started working with Buzz Bennett and the folks at KCBQ back in those days, you were to be different. You wore clothing that nobody else was wearing. So I took a look at a hat. I said, this is the opportunity. I went to Christensen's department store. I don't know if you know that it's not even in business anymore, man. But they used to sell the Scoutmaster's hat. Right. And that was my first one. I had long hair then. So it looked really different with that hat. So that's how the hat began.
And if you want to know how long Shotgun Tom Kelly's hair was, and a lot of these guys who had hair then, and how long their hair was, you got to look at the pictures. We have all this memorabilia around the room here at the Mission Valley Marriott, and you can actually see these guys when they did have hair.
Yeah. So, wait a minute.
Now, wait a minute. But anyway.
No, you're right.
Yeah, it's the reunion. It's going on here at the Mission Valley Marriott. We'd love to see you here. 105.3 FM at 1170 AM, KCBQ.
It's Clinique Bonus Week at Bullock's.
Shotgun Tom.
You better believe it.
KCBQ.
Hey, listen, I wonder what she's doing. Here's Boyce and Hart. Yeah, with the shotgun at KCBQ, baby. Can you dig it?
If I had told her that I loved her, she would have stayed till who knows when.
105.3 FM, 1170 AM, the legendary KCBQ. We got to say thank you to Harvey from University City. He dropped by a whole box of Mrs. Hall's cookies. We're eating now, Shotgun.
Oh, man, I got to tell you, they taste so good. Yeah, thank you very kindly. By the way, if there's anybody else that would like to bring by some food, some pizzas, whatever the case may be my guest right now here at KCBQ.
Drop your silver in my tambourine.
Thump me now. Oh, thump me 3-4 times right here on KCBQ at the reunion with Shotgun Tom and the Bee Gees. Here's words. Voodoo, voodoo, voodoo words. I love you, baby. I love you.
Smile, an everlasting smile.